Target has never sold pixie dust until now. Very soon, your local store will be fully stocked with Tinkerbell's dandruff because I am going to sell pixie dust at Target. That's right, pixie dust, the handy-dandy magical tool from Peter Pan that lets you fly through the air when you think of a wonderful thought.
Any happy little thoughts?
You might know about Peter Pan from the 1953 Disney musical with catchy songs. Or maybe the 1954 stage musical Peter Pan with catchy songs.
I gotta crawl.
Or maybe the 1991 Steven Spielberg movie Hook with catchy phrases. According to IMDb, there are 15 screen adaptations of The Boy Who Never Grew Up. But Peter Pan didn't start on screen. He started on stage thanks to the Scottish writer J.M. Barrie. In 1904, Peter Pan debuted in J.M. Barrie's stage play Peter Pan or the Boy Who Wouldn't Grow Up. In 1911, Barrie turned the story into a novel, and that's when all those screen adaptations began. But get this, pixie dust wasn't even in the original story of Peter Pan when the play premiered. At first, Peter could fly without performance-enhancing powder, but J.M. Barrie had to add it for safety reasons. Apparently, after watching the first performance, kids went home and jumped off their beds trying to fly and ended up breaking bones and requiring medical attention. In order to keep future generations safe, Barrie added in a new plot point where no one could fly unless they had pixie dust blown on them. Parents were happy, and the story of Peter Pan got a little extra dose of magic. I bet J.M. Barrie never thought his last-minute fantastical edition would one day be packaged and placed on store shelves around the world. It took thousands of years of toy evolution to get to the point where I could sell pixie dust at Target. Some toys haven't changed that much over time. Spinning tops have been around for at least 6,000 years. Archaeologists discovered one dating from the 35th century in Iraq. They found another in King Tut's tomb, and according to the National Toy Hall of Fame, the world's oldest toy is the stick. So, not much that's changed in the toy stick department. Whether you're a cave kid or Gen Alpha, a stick is a stick. And it's a make-believe toy in its purest form. It can be anything a kid wants it to be when they use their imagination. Look, you gotta love the stick. No one's saying they dislike the stick, but it's pretty hard to sell a stick as a toy and make money off it. Sticks are free and they're everywhere. Fast forward a couple thousand years of human history, and you start seeing toys that encouraged make-believe and also made a couple bucks for their inventors. In the 1920s, there was the Radio Flyer wagon. That iconic red wagon turned into anything a kid could imagine. In the 1950s came Lego and Play-Doh, some of the greatest toys ever to create fantastical worlds. And in the 1960s, Barbie's Dream House made its premiere. Dream is in the title, so you know kids were all about that make-believe play. When you think about it, most toys encourage make-believe for kids on some level, because the stone-cold truth is a child's reality is never going to be as exciting as what they can imagine for themselves. But what if there were a toy where you didn't have to play make-believe? Where the toy was actually the make-believe? Like, where you wouldn't have to pretend like you're flying because you're actually flying. And that brings us to my soon-to-be-released product, Pixie Dust. I honestly don't know why people haven't tried to sell it before. From a marketing standpoint, it sells itself. Marketing is all about creating a want or need for a product. And what do people want? They want to fly.
Look, it's a bird! It's a plane! It's Superman!
I'm not talking about flying in an airplane or a Jules Vernean hot air balloon if you're a fan of steampunk. People want to fly unencumbered. 1 minute, they're standing in a room, and then all of a sudden, they're defying gravity.
Kiss me goodbye, I'm defying gravity.
Sorry, Elphaba, this video is not about you. So the incredible result we're selling with Pixie Dust is being able to fly. As long as a consumer gets to do that because of our product, it doesn't matter what the product is. When you play marketing chess instead of checkers, you focus on selling the results, not the product. People would rub neon purple lotion on their earlobes if it meant they could fly. It just so happens that they have to sprinkle a little powder instead. There's really no difference. I mean, I guess some dust would probably fall in the couch cushions or something, but then you'd have a floating couch, and that's kind of cool too. What about the value proposition for Pixie Dust? I'd say it's flawless. It lets you fly. It's the only product that does that, so we have 100% market share. And that value prop isn't just for kids either. I can think of a lot of adults who would want to fly too. In my marketing strategy, I'm launching a bunch of different marketing campaigns targeting kids and why they would want to fly, and adults and why they would want to fly. Just think of all the reasons why someone would want to fly. For the thrill, to play hide and seek better, to save the world, to avoid driving in rush hour. Each one of the reasons would be its own ad. TV commercials, billboards, digital ads with Google and Meta. Word of mouth is going to spread pretty fast on this, so that will definitely help keep marketing costs down too. As far as taglines go, I could go the fancy, poetic route with something like, "Your sky-high dreams are now within reach." But we're still marketing this product to kids, and that's too heady a concept for an 8-year-old. So I'm gonna go with, "You can fly." Aside from the nice nod to the Disney song, this tagline is fun, clear, and short. Everything you need for marketing to a general audience. Because remember, this is a big tent product. Kids, adults, boys, girls. Pixie Dust is for everyone, regardless of their background. That lets us market to the widest net possible. And that wide net approach is why I chose Target to sell my proprietary Pixie Dust product. This is a democratic toy and it should be for everyone. Sure, I could sell it for a fortune at tiny little boutiques to the wealthy, but they've already got enough stuff just for them. We all can't afford to visit Jurassic World, but I want everyone to afford Pixie Dust. And people go to Target for affordable products that make them feel good. Interestingly, the store that would become Target started in 1902, just 2 years before Peter Pan. That June, George Dayton opened Goodfellow Dry Goods. Flash forward to now, and there are nearly 2,000 Target stores in the United States. According to Business Insider, the store has a way of getting customers to buy more than they intended, an experience so common it's called the Target effect. It's attributed to the store's layout, where each section flows smoothly into the next. With clear signage, wide aisles, and colorful displays, it's just a fun place to shop, which is why people spend more time in the stores, which also means they buy more unplanned purchases. And what could be a more unplanned purchase than Pixie Dust? Someone might be going in there to buy some clothes or storage containers or something, but then they end up seeing my Pixie Dust on a shelf and boom, there it goes in their cart. Pixie Dust should not be an elite product. Status is a marketing angle I want to avoid. Everyone was a kid, and everyone should get to fly. Just like a bottle of Coke is priced for mass consumption, I want Pixie Dust to have that same access. The world is already so divided, but we all can get behind a little Pixie Dust. So that's why, exactly 3 weeks from today, every store... Well, bad news. I was finalizing the contract, and everything was going great. We even already knew where the Pixie Dust displays would be in the stores. The second aisle to the right, and straight on until you hit the toy section. But then I hit a snafu. A health inspector toured my warehouse. I didn't have the packaging yet, so all the dust was in little baggies. I guess the thousands of baggies filled with mysterious powder looked suspicious, so he shut down my warehouse and I'm back to square one. I'll keep you updated if anything changes. For now, I'll be hanging out in Neverland. I fly on my own supply.